close together. Can you hold mine as well, Sam? Ready? Okay. Cool.
Dun dun.
Cool.
Fuck man, it's just so awkward without Caroline here. Alrighty.
You're natural, bro.
It's nothing awkward, bro.
Welcome back to another episode of Beans and Banter. This time around, you might notice that it's very different actually because there's no Caroline here anymore. That's right, because I've taken over.
Damn.
I've taken over from Caroline. No, I'm just kidding. She's just taking a well-needed rest. She's very busy with other stuff in her life, so I'm just taking over as host for one episode. Yeah,
doing what
the
it
patriarchy has taken over for this
Yes.
for the next few episodes, or just for this one episode. We'll see how long we go for. But you'll notice one familiar face, and then you'll notice two new faces as well on this episode. We've got Sam here right next to me, who starred in our episode a few episodes back. Sorry, not a few weeks back. What am I saying?
How many episodes has it been?
I think past the episode that you filmed, probably like 6 or 7 episodes now. I think.
That's a whole season.
I haven't even been
You
invited.
missed out, bro. You missed
I
out,
didn't
man.
even know. Poor
You
performer.
missed
I
out,
didn't
man.
miss out. I wasn't invited, bro.
I can see you haven't been watching our episodes, bro.
Yeah, but it's because I haven't been invited.
Pratik was invited back, so now Sam has come back. All right,
fair.
we got some exciting things that I want to talk to you and ask
Come
Sam
on, if you
about.
ask Pratik before you ask me.
Pratik has
but-
failed.
Who are you, mate? Who are you, bro?
I'm Colin. I'm Anna's boyfriend, who you might have seen on a previous episode.
Boyfriend. Whoa. We'll get to that in a second.
We'll talk about where we're at now.
We'll talk about that in a second. Boyfriend. I don't know if that's the right word to use anymore, but yes, all right. Okay.
He's committed to the short term.
Anna, you hear that? You're still, I mean, he's still your boyfriend. Anyway, sorry, move on.
Because you're not good enough.
Oh, damn.
I didn't say that.
This is a boys episode, you can tell already. This is a boys
We need to start
episode.
talking about Sam's relationship with Andrew a bit more, I think.
Yes.
This is going to be a pretty hectic, chaotic episode, boys.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah, all right. Sorry, next.
yo, I'm Thil, and I'm no one's boyfriend. Oh, am I everyone's boyfriend? You didn't pick and choose, but yeah, this is the first podcasting experience, except this one time that I had a really jank experience with my friend on like a freaking Zoom call. Once,
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
And that was also a podcast
That was
you did?
years ago. Yeah, I think he started a podcast and did one episode. It was just me and never did again.
Oh, okay. Well, there you
Time
go.
wonder. It's pretty good.
There you go. So from just the introduction, you can already tell that this episode is going to be pretty chaotic, pretty hectic. The boys episode, so you expect a lot of banter, a lot of good fun, a lot of you can say D&Ming, I'd say as well. And I would say probably the D&M part, I think, is something that I look forward to because I don't know, as guys, we don't really get the opportunity probably as much as girls do when they D&M.
We're too hard, bro.
Yeah, with okay. Yep.
Yeah, at least I am, man.
Yeah. What Thil said
Dude,
there
once
is-
Phil went to the US, he changed.
Our
Yes.
previous encounter on the couch
changed.
really, really set it off.
Yes.
Really set the tone.
Oh God.
He's single, ladies.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, anyways, so just to lay some context before we get into details, what we're going to talk about this episode basically is Phil here is he's Australian first of all, unless you've changed nationalities, which I don't think he has.
Not yet.
But he's moved to the US and has been living there for about like a year and a bit now.
yeah.
A year and a bit now, which we'll go into for a bit. But he's back for what, a month and a half, basically.
Yeah, but that month and a half's halfway done, so I've got 2 more weeks.
Yeah, 2 more weeks. And you're back here basically for the month and a half, mainly because to catch up with friends, obviously, but for one key event. And that key event is actually Sam's wedding. Yeah. Anything to say about that, bro?
Attentions and Sam again.
What?
It's coming
I'm getting
back.
married?
Well, you're getting married? Wait a second, what?
This is news to me.
Is that because you haven't been doing any planning work?
Oh, Colin, you hit right.
Was that low? Was that a low blow?
Oh, it's because I'm doing too much planning work.
Yes.
Hey, man, I saw him printing for an hour yesterday.
Thanks for it.
Speaking of Sam's
100%.
wedding, and that's happening very, very soon.
So shout out
but-
to you, Angie,
Yeah.
for saying yes.
There you go, Angie. That's your shout out there.
It's a
You're probably
lifelong commitment.
she's probably literally next door, literally
no
just taking
going
a nap
back
at the
now.
moment, probably, isn't she?
What?
She's like literally next door taking a nap, probably, isn't she?
I think she's watching TV.
Oh, there you go. There you go. But in saying that, Sam's wedding is coming up very soon. We also have Colin, who recently proposed to Anna, who you guys probably would have remembered from a previous episode. So not really much of a boyfriend, but rather more so fiance.
Fiance.
remember
There you
boyfriend.
go.
It's so new. It's so
There you
new.
go. It's so new, right? So we'll go into more details about
What
how.
ring? What ring do I have?
Shot of JLC.
There you go. There you go. So lots of exciting things to talk about.
He's cuffed, ladies.
There you go. He's cuffed, guys.
He's committed to
Guys
a
and
short-term
girls.
marriage. you can keep renewing that shit. It's like a subscription.
Oh man. No. There you go.
You can upgrade it.
Yeah, he's gonna get upsold.
Every
You
couple
can
of
upsold
years.
to a house as well. Yeah.
There you go.
It's harder to detect that at a certain
There
point.
you go. There you go.
You're in the ecosystem at a certain point.
Exactly.
Upgrade to a new model.
Exactly. So, without further ado, let's get into talking. I think we'll probably start off with you, Phil, first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always chatted to you in the past about your creative mindset. For those who don't know, Thil, you actually have your own kind of what is it, the brand
Art
Hyperhuman?
brand. Yes, Hyperhuman.
Maybe I'll let you introduce it
Sure.
to everyone first.
Sure. So yeah, I think so. Hyperhuman is this. It's not just an art brand. I think it's a full-on personal switch that kind of has happened recently about embracing the art in the role. I think when it comes to its responsibility in the world at the moment, and I think I've been a lifelong artist. I was drawing as a kid, and I did martial arts, and I was a performer, and I danced, and there was so much beauty that was imbued into my life because of the arts, and I got to express myself in so many cool different ways. And I think I think especially in recent years, I feel when I used to live in Sydney 5 years ago, one of the reasons I wanted to leave to Melbourne was because I felt there was it's kind of this pressure, and it's quite hard to actually pursue these kind of expressions, right? If you don't, then it's if you kind of commit to these things, you kind of risk your financially, socially, you can get a bit isolated, kind of things like that. And I think I've only noticed those patterns kind of grow globally as well. So I think for me, looking at some of the problems in the world, I think there's a lot of splits in the way of I think there's a lot of division, especially since going to America. It's sometimes it's not even because people think this and that. It's the fact that there is so much divide, and there's a lack of mutual understanding or engagement. And I think that's what I want to do through my art. I think as someone that likes to perceive I've always been interested in mental health and psychology and things like that as well. So I want to imbue that into the art to help people understand each other a bit better. And so that's kind of the idea of this hyperhuman things. Instead of being forced away from my humanity to do a job I don't want to do to make the money that I have to make and all this kind of stuff. It's actually about doubling down and being a bit counterintuitive.
Taking a bit of a risk,
actually,
sort of thing.
essentially.
Yeah.
So I want to show people the value of leaning into your humanity, even though it feels a bit counterintuitive.
And
actually show that, hey, we got to do this if we want to stop the world splitting apart.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what I'm perceiving in recent years, but especially since moving to America. It's America's kind of showing the patterns if we don't change our ways, So,
Well, on that vein that you've just talked about America, right? You've obviously lived there for about a year and a half now, a year and a bit now. How have you kind of found the transition moving from Sydney to America? Because I know a lot of our viewers are probably Australian, right? They're seeing the landscape of America at the moment. I think that everyone's got a very skewed mindset or view of America. I think having lived there for about a year and a half, can you tell us more about what it's like in America truly?
Yeah.
'Cause you live in where do you live at the moment? Maybe tell us where you moved to.
Yes, because
Actually.
I'm living in Los Angeles, and I'm in the center of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Which is pretty interesting because it's at the center of so much global news constantly. Since I've
LA is the place to be.
Since I've moved there, it's just it's kind of crazy to kind of something that happened like locally, and then next week I'm watching South Park and I'm like, hey, that episode is like just fucking out my
real.
window, man.
Too real. Too real.
Yeah, straight up. So like it's pretty surreal, but I think like the way I kind of perceive things at the moment, I think in Australia there is a very negative kind of like perception of America.
Yeah.
You know, there was like a WWE like showcase thing here recently. They've sung the American anthem. There was like booze.
Oh yeah,
all
I do
through the
remember that.
stadium.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think it's a very negative kind of perception.
I remember that. That was in
with,
Perth,
like,
actually. That was in Perth.
yeah, and I think especially
yeah.
with Australia having this like slight like, anti-immigration,
Yeah.
white supremacy kind of stuff like bubbling. I think there's a lot of like kind of anger to America for kind of like maybe influencing a bit of that as
Yeah.
well. So, so yeah, I think there is like a truth to what people kind of perceive. But I think for me, like, you know, I've always kind of seen, or recently the way I describe America is like, in my personal experience, it's like pushing a boulder up this hill.
Yeah.
And essentially, you know, like if you're not pushing the boulder, it can be pretty sad. Like it's, you know, there's all like issues there, like with homelessness or like drug issues or safety and infrastructure and transport and the like a lot of things are just like quite rough compared to Australia, especially, and the privilege you kind of have here. But when you push the boulder up the hill, it's quite amazing. Like the niche communities you find and the types of people, a lot of like extremely cool people. I think America is a very extreme place, but like if you find your niche, it's quite like, it resonates like very strongly as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that's me pushing the boulder up the hill. It's like when I find it, I find it. And it's amazing. But the boulder's still there, you know? Like you don't just like release it and it's like, oh, this
you can't
nice.
let it go. Otherwise, then it topples down
exactly. So I
the
think
mountain with you.
That's kind of the thing I've been getting into the pattern of is like, yeah, you got to kind of sometimes you got to like, you know, the boulder's heavy, so you got to just embrace the fact that it can suck sometimes.
Yeah,
like it's pretty rough. It's like a lot of privileges you just don't have compared to Australia. But when you have the energy to push it up, it's like, this is why I came here.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's like a magnificent view at the top, and that's kind of fulfilling.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of like the way I kind of see things these days. Is like in America at the moment, there's like this a priority for me is like this like creative expression and community. Everything else is very compromised. Whereas when I'm over here, it's kind of flipped around where like everything is quite great, except this kind of like creative ceiling that does exist here. So that's
a very interesting take that I think you have there, and I think that focuses more on a very, very how do I put it, like a philosophical view or aspect on like what America's the differences between America and or LA and Sydney are. What I'd also be more interested to understand is also kind of like the lifestyle differences. I'd say like from in terms of like living in Sydney, because I know like, you know, you've got a lot of friends here. Like we're obviously your friends. Like you've got a lot of friends that you've visited and caught up with in the past 2-3 weeks, right? As well. Like having moved there, like did you have any friends when you were there? I know we spoke about this before, right? Meeting new people, I think is something that you don't really have a problem with. But how did you find it?
It was like, because I do like, I think the way I kind of see things now, it's just like I kind of split it into like 2 halves, and there was like relationship half, and there was like no relationship half.
Okay.
And so like I think because like when I moved there, I was in a relationship, and then when it ended, like I think everything I knew, the like stability I knew, the, you know, family and friends was like very much like my partners and stuff like that. So once it was over, it was like, okay, now everything was that was familiar is like no longer there. Now it's just me in LA, right? So I think that was a really trippy experience, because it really was like, damn man, this is
the real deal.
Yeah, this is like real, like, okay, this is like, especially after a breakup, right? It's like, first thing you kind of do is like you hang with your mates and your boys and like all that kind of stuff, and you like, you know, like I feel like definitely when I was there, I was like, man, all I want to do right now is like freaking go brunch and chat shit with some mates. But like, I think that's what's kind of been an amazing kind of like, you know, like the
roller coaster kind of.
Yeah, and I think like the Hyperhuman thing like helped a lot, because it was like all my energy was just like, my creative brain went insane. It was like, it was an amazingly intimidating process. It was quite amazing. But like, I think when it came to making friends, you know, I think because America is so full of so many different people. Yeah. And I think when you come from somewhere where you already have like, you know, the friends you have are already like filtered from so many people you already meet. Yeah. You already have quite a high standard of like the kind of things you look for, like in friendship chemistry and things like that. Yeah. So when I was over there and I was like trying to meet all these people, I was going to these random like friend events, and whatever. And I was like meeting people, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of fine, like while you're there. But after I go home, I was like, I do not want to see these people ever again. Like I have no compulsion. Like
you just had enough of them already.
Yeah, so I think it was just like, I remember after doing it a few times, I was like, fuck, this is so like, dude, what's the word? Just demotivating. I was like, this is like, where are cool people, bro? Like I thought LA is full of cool people, but I think there is cool people, but it's like amongst everything else.
Yeah.
So, but I think over time, I think like what kind of happened for me was like the more I embraced my art, because when it was just me and my art. And so when I went outside, it was like I was like dressing different. I was like my jewelry, everything was like changing quite like drastically. And I think that's actually what helped, which was kind of amazing. People got magnetized to me, which is quite amazing. I just never kind of experienced that before in my life. And people would come up to me, ask about my jewelry or my clothes or like or whatever. And that's how I started making friends. And now like the people I know are people that just kind of naturally gravitated. And it was like quite amazing. It was like, you don't have to do all the hard work. It was just like being extremely my hyperhuman self.
Tend to your garden and then the butterflies come.
Yeah, it was really like your vibe is your tribe bullshit.
So is it still bullshit?
That was me being a bit like condescending on vibe is your tribe people, but like it's there's some real shit to it, I think. So that's the kind of the process. It was like this rediscovery and like especially amongst this like boiling pot of a place. It was what was necessary. And I think that's kind of the American way, is like that individualism is what works in reality. Yeah.
And now you come back basically for about a month and a half.
Yeah.
I think when you came back, we actually had a box. Well, actually Sam's box actually when Thil came back. You literally just came back. You took a flight to Gold Coast and then we literally just caught up then and there. How did you, it's been 2-3 weeks since then, but how did you kind of feel coming back from America? I know you had a lot of thoughts. We were chatting about it in detail.
It was pretty surreal, because I think even in the last like few weeks I've been like absorbing it, because I think like, you know, like I was kind of talking before about how like, you know, when I was out there by myself, it was like, man, all I would really love is some people to hit up, man. And because every day I was just waking up, I'm like, it's me, what I do, what am I like, my life's kind of this weird mess and like direction and like so many complexities, right? And like once I you know, like I kind of was, you know, like really dreaming of this moment, right? I was like kind of at night I'd be like, man, like, you know, that it's you know, I had a few friends visit for Coachella and EDC and like some trips, but every time they left, it was like the void opened back up again. I was like, shit. It's like but when they arrived, I was like, whoa, like, oh my god, the laughter and the conversation,
the familiarity kind of flowing.
But it's quite amazing just what I'm becoming over there, and then like the familiarity that kind of hits me again. So like, during the Bucks, when I got into like the van, it's like 10 dudes. It was like the freaking clown car of an experience, right? It was like, it was really like, fuck. It was I couldn't even comprehend. I was like, man, like I have not experienced this in a long time, man. So it was pretty surreal. But I think like as I've been traveling around and like seeing friends and all kind of stuff, like sometimes I'm having a conversation, but in my head I'm like, wow, I can't believe you are in front of me.
It's been too long.
Yeah. It's like not even like a just too long thing, but it's like like there's so many long periods of time in LA where I was like, really like, I need to see my friends. Yeah. And like,
you need to recharge that battery kind of in a way.
Like just feel that like love. 'Cause I think that's kind of what happens like post breakup as well. And like you're fully unfamiliar with this society and the way it runs and all that kind of stuff. It's like it's like nice that you don't have to like do the uphill battle things. Like it's like the downhill. It's like I'm here. It's like, it just flows. You know.
Do you feel like you appreciate?
Yeah. So I think like when my when some friends visited for Coachella, you know, after they left, I was like, I had this really strong feeling of like, wow, the privilege. It is such a privilege to have people you can hit up anytime. You know, and especially have to have a lot of people you can hit up anytime. I was like, when I was over there, I was like, damn, I can't believe I used to live in Sydney and Melbourne and be like, there was people all the time, and I wouldn't sometimes, you know, I was like, just get caught up in your own shit and like, but since coming back in, I'm like, whoa, like it's just like a wonderland. It's like a freaking festival and all your friends are everywhere and you can just go. Because LA is also a very sparse place. Like you have to travel quite far if you want to. Even if you make a friend, they're like an hour away. Like, you know. So
Jeez. Well, that's like what? That's like
Yeah.
equivalent of basically, if like from the city to basically like Parramatta, that's like an hour away. I'd say probably equivalent from
Yeah.
Sydney perspective.
yeah, but like you have to drive it as well. So like this is
yeah.
in
That's a
terrible
drive,
traffic
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's kind of my experience at the moment. It's just like this flood of things I needed for like a long
The
time.
familiarity, like you
Yeah.
know, like your old friends, like you know, the support and all that stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite interesting because I had to go back in 2 weeks, but like, because I'm definitely juggling like with what's the life direction at the moment.
Yeah.
But it's I'm kind of doing this priority. Kind of what I said before is like in LA, there's this very high priority being fulfilled. Everything else is compromised, and over here it's like the flip version. I'm kind of figuring out what's actually important. 'Cause I got to decide where
Where
I
you're
go.
heading,
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because staying over there is like a lot of sacrifices gets made. Like financially,
Yeah.
there's always
Yeah.
things happening, right? So
Yeah.
That's,
LA is probably like, if not more expensive than Sydney, probably, right?
yeah,
Probably the
like it's
same?
like even though I'm on a USD salary, it's just like it just scales up.
Scales up, yeah.
Plus, probably more because like once you get into the lifestyle, you are like you
Yeah.
go around a lot and you spend a lot and like all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's not like here where it's like your lifestyle might be just stepping outside and having local friends. It's like
Yeah.
you are moving a lot over there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, definitely give Thil a like and follow and a subscribe. Hyperhuman,
Hell
is it 1.0?
1.0,
Yeah,
yeah.
1.0. Hyperhuman 1.0 on Instagram.
The idea was that I actually did 1.0 because Hyperhuman itself was taken, but then I was like 1.0 in case it evolves.
Who took Hyperhuman? Is that channel still live?
Oh,
or that?
some dickhead. I don't know. some dickhead.
okay.
Some dickhead that had no vision, man.
Okay, all right.
Do you have a YouTube?
No YouTube. Maybe I'll take that.
Definitely,
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
start YouTube and like, I know you
Yeah.
start vlogging the stuff that you do. Thil's already done some pretty cool stuff. I think like you did a
Yeah.
few like stunts, like
Yeah.
fire. What is it like?
Lots of lots of. What have I done? Lots of like. There's a lot of like self-reflection stuff, but through the lens of like art. But then there's also like more bigger projects. Like I worked with like a music video like cinematographer for like a dance video.
Yeah.
I worked with stunt people for like this fire video where you
Yeah,
like got
yeah.
lit on fire and
yeah.
some of the stunt folk and
Well, there you
all the
go.
things to go. There's a lot of myriads of art to go. So
I've been saying to
Yeah.
Thil, I've been asking for his autograph for the past like 5-6
still
years
haven't
now
given it to you.
because I'm saying to him when he becomes famous, at least I'll have something on my wall that has his autograph, and I'll be like, yeah, I like I knew this guy who is now famous. He's gonna be like the next Tom Cruise basically
sure.
for a movie. No, thank you so
Appreciate
much,
that,
Thil, for sharing
Yeah.
your experiences. Sam, Colin, anything that you'd like to ask Thil? I know, Sam, you've always talked about, wanting to move to the US. Anything you'd like to ask Thil?
Yeah, has it like changed? Like after, I can't remember we talked about it vaguely like a year and a bit ago. How you like maybe one day.
Yeah.
But like, has anything
I
changed
still do.
considering the like macro?
Even
stuff,
in this
you know?
climate.
I still do. Like, I mean, even in this climate, just because it's from a career perspective.
Yeah.
It's still, because I work in tech, right? And I still think that it is where it's the bleeding edge of tech, right? You want the latest, you want the greatest, it's going to start from the US. I do think that like the politics definitely play a huge role and a huge impact.
Yeah,
But there's a reason why you're going back, right?
yeah,
Because it's
the capitalism. yeah, you got to catch on to the late stage capitalism before before it
But,
goes.
but Phil's a bit different, right? He doesn't have a family. Like, he doesn't have a
That's
relationship.
true. That's
You're
true.
about to get married. You're going to start a family soon.
yeah.
Well, I don't know about starting a family soon. But I think it'll be.
That one might be. I mean, it'll be in the works eventually, right?
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I think like, even with family and things like that, I always felt like this is always a problem or a challenge that every country faces. It's just that the US is at the center stage of it all, just because they have huge like nowadays getting information is so much easier. So we get notified of every riot that breaks out or every like updates that breaks out, and the US also has a president that is very socially like present in all the media channels. So you get all this news, but it's not always going to be the best situation to be in. I
Yeah.
do think that like it won't always be extremely terrible either, especially if you're going there. I guess for me with like career in mind,
Yeah,
I don't know, it's hard to say because I haven't lived there yet and I haven't experienced it yet. But like I do think
Yeah.
that the way that they allow you to express your freedom and your personality and be embraced for it,
Yeah.
I don't think there is any other place in the world that is like America in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's very much like it's what I've noticed, because I think one of the good things that's coming out of it for me as well is like, because of how like much individualism is like embraced,
Yeah.
and like being quite extreme, and like because there's so many people that do such extreme things, it's like there is like the community, and if you fall into it, there's people that have like gone so far. With that. I think that's also another big thing compared to over here. It's like there's people just, it's like there's a relaxedness to it, but also the counter side of it, it's like there's less of that really crazy, extreme, impressive kind of like journeys over here, I'd say. Like
But that extreme embracement like, that you talk about.
Yeah.
I can see that in the last maybe like 10 years with America, but more recently, do you still see
Yeah.
that, or
in America.
or do you feel like it's more now mainstream, like is more accepted?
As in like the being like the common person.
Yeah.
I'd say, but I think that just because of these macro things, it's kind of making people more extreme in their own ways. It's almost like there's like a lack of middle ground, which is actually kind of like, well, no issue as well. There should be a nice spread of middle groundedness. But I think in Australia it's still like kind of like that. There's this maybe barriers of like what's acceptable and what's not, and like everyone just kind of, a lot of people just exist within that kind of zone.
Yeah.
Whereas I think in America like that, those boundaries
It's become
like
smaller.
small, and if you fall out of it, you slip into
Another
this
extremism.
extremism. Yeah.
I think extremism is becoming more and more prevalent, I'd say.
Yeah, so I think in America like that common, it's kind of there's not that that's what I think that's why people kind of actually segment.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a big mix of like, because I think over here when people are just like slightly left or slightly right, like everyone can kind of coexist in the same city together.
It's like those Venn diagrams that don't
there's
overlap
like a nice-
anymore.
Yeah, like there's actually quite a big commonality and like I respect you type of stuff.
Yeah,
Whereas,
I feel like Australians they would pick what they believe is the best option. And if you have a debate with them, most of the time, like they can understand your perspective as well, even though they don't agree with it. I think the challenge of the US scene is, I think the citizens in the US are very loyal, right? Whether it's to their sports team, or whether it's to like the politics or like the specific political party.
Yeah.
So even if the Republicans or the Democrats, like even if the policies aren't the best, they would fight for it.
Yeah, you'll die on the hill.
Yeah.
They were down on that hill for
Patriots.
it. Even though to an extent, yes, right? But I think that's the challenge, right? Is to really build that middle ground.
Yeah.
Because I think the parties use that as a
Yeah.
weapon.
I mean, people aren't really that different if you think
not.
about it,
Yeah,
right?
they're not.
It's just
People at the end of the day just want to have a comfortable life. Like they want to have a family or a comfortable life or like do something, right? But when you have a different set of beliefs and the beliefs is being used to channel like disagreements with one another just because you want to capture more voters or whatever, like that's challenging, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at the US politics, every time there's a vote, you know which states are Republicans and which states are Democrats, and you only have this little few swing states.
Yeah.
And
that's what decides the
Exactly.
election essentially, right?
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that's the right way to do it because I mean that's very representation of what they are like, right? Just loyal to a fault.
Yeah.
Which is not the best thing. It should always be you choose what is best for your interests or your country's interests at that time. But when you put loyalty in place, when you're like, oh, I'm a family of Republicans for like 10 generations, that's
you don't even know why you're Republican.
yeah, exactly. That's not the right reason to do it. That's not the right reason to do it. You should really just understand and identify like what's the best for my future or our country's future.
Yeah, I think like something I observed over there is like I think there's everyone has a very strong sense of identity when it comes to like race or politics or like whatever, right? But I think that the really complexity of America is like considering its history and like all of these like different races are like have just experienced such extreme traumas and whether that's because of like the government or just because of the nature of like global politics and whatever, it still echoes to this day, and it still is what kind of causes these issues. Is like everyone, I think it's why like Americans are more like aggressive and defensive is because they grow up, depending on what kind of say if you're looking at race for example, you're growing up with parents that are teaching you about the things that have happened and teaching you to like kind of know who's the enemy and who's not. You know, and so like people like grow up before they even really start like critically evaluating things themselves. It's just like built into your brain as you grow up that like, hey, if someone touches, if anyone critiques you, freaking fight back. It's like there's a lot of fight back mentality over there, and so that's kind of like the complexities. Even though there's like this pride and all this kind of stuff, it's quite hard to like with all the. It's like the trauma cycles, and it just keeps going, and then there's like re-trauma. Like it's,
And they add in the echo chambers of them talking to themselves
it's not actually
online.
this progressive linear thing. It's actually like still.
I think it's like that they're trying to find a balance of like being themselves, but they also don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
Right. And when you have like people who have such a strong set of beliefs, you just want to be part of that as well. So you're not alone.
Yeah.
I think that's what a lot of people struggle with. And that's why I think that's why like American are so polarized to each other. It's just total opposites.
Yeah. Like I think if you give the one person the one single wrong fact about you, they'll assume everything else.
Yeah.
You know, it's like very easy to like be looked at as like an enemy, you know?
Yeah. And we're saying this as non-Americans. So.
Yeah, because I think Australia there's like more patience and like commonality and more like a willing discussion. I think in America people argue
They're quick to come to
impulse
decisions.
and anger.
Yeah.
Whereas I think here there's more of a
Like why?
I feel like because we're not built there is a trauma with like say indigenous in Australia, but I think a lot of us are like from recent immigrant kind of populations that haven't really experienced such extreme kind of things, right? So when we're here, we actually have a bit more patience to listen to each other. We don't get raised to be like, that's your enemy. That's not. There's more of a common neighbor.
Open-minded.
energy.
Open-minded.
Yeah.
Be more open-minded.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the key thing. Amazing. I think some very, very deep conversations.
So deep. Oh my gosh.
Probably a lot of our viewers probably wouldn't have expected these type of conversations given the nature of our channel. But I think it's still interesting to.
There was no beans or banter in there.
Well, there were a lot of beans, not so much banter per se, but a lot of beans to be shared. I'd say.
Nice.
Deep and philosophical beans, I'd say. But I think we can probably move on to some a little bit more lighthearted beans and maybe a bit of banter as well to
Short-term
be shared.
committedness.
Well, actually, I actually wanted to start off with Sam actually, and then we can go to Colin.
Oh, I had so many shit to say.
So Sam here is our lucky groom to be in about 2-3 weeks. How do you feel at the moment?
1.5 weeks, bro.
1.5 weeks. Sorry, not 2 weeks.
Gosh.
1.5 weeks. Sorry. I'm gonna be MC at your wedding as well.
Yeah, no.
1.5 weeks. Firstly, Sammy, how are you feeling, mate? How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty good. Really excited.
Really excited?
Yeah.
Really excited? Like, yeah, it's been a long time coming, right? Because I think the time that you proposed, and we'll get into proposing because Colin, we're gonna ask Colin about his proposal, which happened about a week ago. Sorry,
I feel like when The Bachelor, when they're doing the review of the season, they're like, they're talking about all the proposals. Yeah, anyway.
Well, your turn's finished.
My
now.
season's done.
Your
Yeah,
season's done now, right? Now it's Colin,
You didn't make
Colin
the
and
cut.
Sam. Yeah.
Phil is on Hinge.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
true, guys.
auditioning. Yeah.
Don't just subscribe to Hyperhuman, but also hit him up, guys.
Open
He's
to
single.
long and short
There
term
you go,
relationships.
boys. There you go, boys and girls. Okay, all right, but girls mainly, yeah.
I put the filter on 70 plus yesterday just to see what the vibe is like. You know,
70
Yeah,
plus
yeah.
girls or guys?
it was girls. Yeah. You know.
okay.
Girls. There you go.
Guys,
All right,
I'm more into like the 40-year-old dudes. You know, it kind of changes. as
I'd
you
say
go
the
up.
40-year-old dudes or 70-year-old girls.
Yeah.
all right, well, there you go. There you go, girls and 40-year-old guys as well. If you're interested, definitely hit Thil up in the DMs and Hyperhuman 1.0. Definitely check him out there.
It's a good Hinge profile.
Definitely. Well, okay, look, Sammy, wait, look.
Yeah.
You proposed to Angie, what, like 2.5 years ago?
Yeah. No,
Far
like
out, man. Like 2 years ago, probably.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, and we were all part of a flash mob dance choreographed by yours truly, Thil, actually, as well.
Hyperhuman
Initiative. There you go.
Before Hyperhuman.
Yeah, exactly. Right. A flash mob where we basically learned like a what is it, 30-second dance, basically.
3
3
minute
minutes.
dance.
3 minute dance. Sorry.
It was just a slow
30
3-minute dance.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It
So
happened
you
so
stuffed
quick.
it up anyway.
I made 2 mistakes there, which thankfully did not make the cut
It's
of
just
the
that
video.
you remembered 30 seconds of it.
So like it's been a long time coming.
Yeah.
Tell
What
us
do you
more
wanna know?
about like the planning, the getting ready. from your perspective, because
Oh,
I
like
know-
the proposal?
well, not just from the proposal to
from the-
now, which is your wedding in about a week and a half.
Ah, okay. Shout out to my soon-to-be wife, Angie.
There's still time.
Yeah, yeah. There's still time.
There's still time.
Yeah, there is. Unfortunately, the figure is
There's
not
time
there
after
anymore.
as well.
Just because it's a goalkeeper. So a lot of she did a lot of the planning, right? But I think the very first thing we did, or Angie did, was to book the. I think she booked the venue. We booked the venue first. Number one.
Okay, how early did you book that? I think.
Oh yeah, we
this
booked
is-
it like 2 years. 2 years
Oh
ago.
wow.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus
Serious,
Christ, bro. Well, this is
So-
this is a lesson for me and Thil as well.
Or like
do you mean?
1 year and like 8-9 months. And I'll tell you why we did that. Once you have the venue, and then you have the photographer, a videographer, and then you have
Jesus.
like everything else can take your time.
No, fair. Because the venue is the hardest.
The
thing to
venue
get.
is the hardest
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
to get because you want the date you want, and then the videographer, photographer, like the good ones that you want.
Yeah, they're like a year out basically.
They're like a year plus out as
Yeah,
well,
okay.
potentially, right? So you want to make sure that you book those really key events out or key things
So
out.
what is it? Like your venue, your
videographer, photographer,
photographer?
like those two. And I think really that's it. You have to check
okay.
Avengii on this one. but like when we did that, a lot of it was just a lot more relaxed. You can take your time with like the food is with the venue. So if you want caterers, you can take your time with the caterers,
Yep,
right?
yep,
They're pretty
yep.
good. What else like everything else is DJs 6 months out, maybe 1 year ahead if you want to be
So
like
did you
safe.
have your like invitee list when you booked the venue? Because
No,
you need,
man.
don't you need numbers, or is that something that you just put
Rough numbers,
Okay,
is it?
so
Yeah.
you need rough numbers, right?
Yeah.
Because the venue when you book, there's different rooms, so they'll give you like the minimum number.
Yeah. Okay.
So ideally, you go for the minimum number. If you want that room but you don't have the numbers, just go
Yeah.
for the minimum and then
Yeah.
figure out how to fill it up.
Okay. So So here's this spicy question number one. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So you booked your venue, let's just say 2 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. Now I know Sam, you're the type of person to be very chill with everyone. I don't think you'll make any like you fall out with anyone. But I bet you there was probably like 1 or 2 people that you may have fell out from, right? So if they were part of your original invitee list, but then they're not anymore, like what happened there? Spicy question number one.
I don't have like
Okay,
honestly, I don't.
I figured that you wouldn't have any.
I don't think that happens that often, does it?
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Oh, I've heard stories, bro.
Not
I've
for
heard
me.
stories.
At least
Maybe not for
No,
guys.
why are you laughing, bro? Why are you
It's
laughing?
funny that you know people that have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. It happens. I'm pretty sure.
But like, don't
I
you just
didn't-
invite other friends? Like you just fill them up?
Yeah,
like
just-
unless you've already sent out the invites, then it's a
then it'd be
bit
awkward.
awkward.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that's like you do that like 6 months out.
Yeah, fair enough.
At the earliest 6 months.
But has there been anyone in the last 6 months that you sent out invites?
no, I genuinely
Now you
don't.
have to take it back.
Until knowing you, Sam, I'm pretty sure you like.
Actually,
yeah,
I
you
want to
would-
invite more. Like if I have the chance to add more, I would love to add like my current work colleagues.
Yeah, fair enough. 'Cause
Why don't you just
you
kick some people out then?
I don't know what else to
Just kick your old work colleagues out.
You kick one of the green one out. Yeah.
No, I can't. Like
Cut the bottom 10%.
Yeah.
it's like the family is just like no, I don't know you. No, I wish if I could like if we had more budget, we'll have
Yeah,
more
yeah.
people. I think the
Makes
more
sense.
the merrier. Especially in an event like this, like you just want to have a good time.
Yeah.
The numbers at a certain point you stop really caring about it. You're just caring about making sure your wife or
Yeah.
your soon-to-be wife is like
Yeah.
happy.
That's the key point.
That's
is
the
that,
key
you know,
point,
Your
like-
soon to be wife to be happy.
Yeah, to be
Everything
happy, like-
else from your perspective, Sam, is
Yeah.
it's whatever. You know.
Yeah, I've learned that I got to give opinions, even if they're not going to be accepted,
Oh, there you go.
to
Alrighty.
feel like I'm part. Like she
Colin,
wants-
you listening, bro?
yeah,
You
she
listening,
wants
Colin?
me to feel like I'm part of the process. Not everyone's like that. I've heard like very different things. Like Jungu and Viv, like Jungu's like Viv like wants like she knows what she wants, so it's good.
Okay, so
Lucky Jungu. I'm kidding.
well, okay, hold on. Okay, so just on that thought, okay, right?
Yeah.
Look, I think I've got a 2-part question here. Okay,
Yeah.
the first part question is from your perspective,
Yeah.
right? What has been the hardest parts of planning your wedding? Firstly, because just to give some more context, you and Angie have planned the wedding by yourself, so you guys didn't
Yeah.
hire a wedding planner. You guys
Yeah.
just planned it by yourself, right? Okay, that's number one. That's the first question, which is what has been the challenge from your perspective. The second question is, how has it been planning the wedding with Angie, as opposed to just getting a wedding planner? And was it worth it?
I reckon I can answer the first one for you.
Yeah, answer it.
I don't think you found it stressful at all.
I don't find many things stressful.
Yeah, that one thing you guys don't know
to be
about Sam
honest.
is Sam's super chill, right? I don't think you would just go with the flow.
And the reason why is like the most important thing is like if I make a decision, I'll be okay with it. Even if it's not the best decision, I'll
Will
still,
Angie be okay with it?
that's a separate situation.
But does that stress you out?
But that doesn't stress me out.
It totally does. It totally does.
Now stressing him out.
Run it back.
That stresses me out. No, like if I make a decision, right, I'm very transparent with Angie. That's why it doesn't stress me out because I'll tell her what my opinions are. And if it's wrong to her, I'll just go with what she wants me to do. I think that's why it doesn't stress me out because I know what I want. And I also know that what I want isn't going to be what Angie wants. And I'm okay with that. I think that's the most important part. You have to be okay with the situations where your opinions are not going to be accepted. You have to also be okay with the fact that you have to give opinions, even if you have no opinions. I'm still working through that.
Colin's listening so intently
I'm looking
right
at
now.
Colin. I'm looking at Colin. It's advice from one person to be good.
So,
It's very useful.
don't worry, I'm listening to you. Don't worry. I'm listening to you, all right? Okay.
But you can't assume that, everyone has the same view, right? Yeah.
So but I do know like I know some grooms like they want to do certain things, right? I don't really have like a lot of things that I do want to do because for me, as long as everyone has a good time at the wedding, like they just have a good time, they're there to celebrate with us, I'll be pretty happy. I don't have like some certain things that I need to have at my wedding.
So is there any like must have?
From your perspective.
Yeah.
Boys, man, just the boys.
Just the
The boys got to be there.
Yeah, the boys
gotta be there. It's
of
always a
course,
good
bro.
time,
The
you know?
boys
It's
gotta
like-
be
it's
there.
always
Daniel's
a
got to
good
get
time.
drunk.
Daniel is gonna get wasted.
Hell yeah.
Right, like if there was one thing I want, if it's on record, like I would love for Daniel to be just flat out wasted.
Okay, can I just say this?
Annihilated.
Cigarette,
Can I just say
He
this?
doesn't
So
even
he's like-
remember what's going on.
He's
Can
got a
I-
beer and a cigarette
ashtray
one
vomit.
hand.
Can I?
No,
Not
I
again,
want-
bro. Not
I
again.
want speaking as an MC and then like just
fall
fainting in the
over.
middle of the
No,
dance.
hold on. Look, for the sake of making sure that I don't like ruin your wedding. Okay, I would.
No, that's not ruining.
That's not ruining
I don't
it.
want to.
that's
I want to
not
make
making
sure
the wedding
I get
memorable.
to
That would
be
at least
amazing.
9 p.m. Okay, all right.
right.
Angie's not gonna be happy.
You-
I'm, like,
Wait,
vomiting
9
on
is
the
good.
floor.
9 is good.
PM.
You're gonna be slurring the more the night goes on. Like
I don't want to be like
Yeah.
vomiting as I'm like introducing.
So
you know,
after
the
9
speeches.
p.m.
After 9 p.m. is gone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
you can go
We'll let
the
loose.
dance
The
floor's
reception
open.
ends at 11, by the way. So
Yeah,
like,
well-
2 hours is plenty of time.
yeah, that's like.
Well, the dance floor opens up at like 9 or 10. No, 9.
when we get to
nine.
the- we get
all
to the
you-
shots
that's
at
when you
9
can pass
PM.
out.
There you
Yeah,
go. There you go. There you
Shots
go.
from 9 p.m. onwards.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Well. Okay. So, what's been the hardest part?
Well, the hardest part, okay. I think genuinely the hardest part is managing family's expectations. Yeah, especially if you're Chinese or Asian, right? Like managing that's very difficult. And then if you're religious, is also another thing because there's a lot of different traditions and there's also a lot of different like beliefs that you have to incorporate as well.
Yeah.
I think my parents are pastors, so there's a lot of things that that we do, like we just check with my parents first, and there are some things that they don't want us to do, but we kind of do, like having a dog there. Like we would love to have Cooper there. I think we still do, still debating. I'm Chinese and she's Indonesian, or Indonesian Chinese really. But then like there's a lot of different traditions that you have to follow, you have to consider as well. Like you have your tea ceremony, for example. My parents are also pastors, so we're Christian, and Christians there's also like different set of beliefs that you have to incorporate into the ceremony itself. I think the biggest challenge is making sure that you understand what those requirements are. I guess what does your faith requires you to do, what does your tradition requires you to do.
Yeah.
Making sure that you fit that into your timelines, making sure that your partner is across that as well, because everyone with a different background, especially it's so multicultural nowadays, right? sometimes it can be very conflicting. For example, where you want one thing, but you can't because of like a faith or like a tradition issue. So you just got to be very clear about what those expectations are.
So what would you, let's say, for Colin, myself, Thil, like what are the
Really
three
just
key
Colin.
pieces of advice?
Well, you
would
think these
give?
two will make it?
Like Thil's open to long-term and short-term relationships. His hinge. Instagram Hyperhuman 1.0.
There is a life partner option on it. That is not too.
Hey, there you go.
Life partner too.
There you go.
Dilu's still pretty young relationship.
We're getting there.
Yeah, getting there. Yeah. You
It's happening very soon.
so quick, man. You already put a ring on it. You're like right next.
Yeah, exactly.
Junga's next.
Oh, Jungu's next.
Yeah, well, I think
But
there's a
Jungu's
few.
long term.
Jung is long term.
He's already
yeah.
married.
It's like high school
Jung is
sweethearts,
basically
right?
married already, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
This is just formality.
12-year relationship probably?
More than that, I think. I don't know.
But anyway, Sam, what like I would say your top 3 pieces of advice, with managing family expectations. I think that's I think I relate to you quite a bit on that one. I think family expectations is a pretty big part of weddings.
Like genuinely, if you're a type A person, you're like very on top of it. Ask your family like what exactly do they need to do for your wedding? Like what is some tradition that's a must?
Yep.
Right. The second one is probably making sure that you know what your partner's family's requirements are as well. They're gonna be different. Just because you're Chinese, there's like so many different types of Chinese, and they're from a different part of China. There's like different practices that they do.
Yep.
You need to make sure you understand what those are, right? And then make sure your partner's happy. Sometimes they just want to do their own thing. Then you gotta be okay putting your foot down
To the family.
to the family.
Yeah.
Because look, as much as your family raised you, who you'll be spending the rest of your life with is gonna be priority. So my perspective is, I have to prioritize like who my partner is and what their wishes are, because that's my life partner, right, for the rest of my life, kind of thing. Whereas your family is the other ones who brought you to where you are now, and you have to be very respectful and appreciative of it. But they're not always going to be there with you through the thick and thin of life. They'll be there, but it's your partner who's going to be the one that's walking next to you
For the rest of your life.
for the rest of your life. On to the next relationship.
That's when your parents come back in.
That's when your parents come back
there
in.
you
That's
go.
when maybe you're like, oh,
That's when you move back home when you
Yeah.
There you go.
hi mom,
go.
hi dad. Yeah. Nah, but in all seriousness, like let's assume you're very happy, like single relationship. Yeah, like I think you got to prioritize that. I think that should always be the main priority.
Yep.
And you have to be okay to ask for forgiveness rather than to ask for permission.
To your family.
To your
right?
family,
To your
yeah,
family, to
yeah.
your family.
I think that's very important. I know a lot of people who they have very strong connection with family. But if you know you are marrying the right person, if you're at the stage where you know you're going to marry them, and you have that strong belief this is the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, then you should have the same belief that yes, you can stand up against your family for things that maybe your partners don't want.
Very, very deep.
Yeah.
Very, very deep.
So to summarize, this wedding is more for your family or more for you?
This wedding, honestly, is more for us. Yeah, I mean, there's family involved for sure. We try to find the balance, bit of a compromise, really, but it's still gonna have the people we love in there. It may not have all the people that we love in there just because numbers, and also we're paying for this wedding ourselves as well. So it's like there's always gonna be a limitation there, but we're just trying our best. Yeah.
Are you at the cap? You got to the cap on the room?
No, we're like the minimum.
Oh, so you can add more people.
You can get like 100 more people.
So why don't you add your friends from work?
Because budget.
Cost more money.
So much more
So
money.
what you're saying is they're not worth it.
No, I'm poor. What I'm saying is I'm poor. We're poor.
So the venue. Okay. Look, in terms of the planning, and this is where I want to know as well, right? Is Look, I read online about like how much weddings cost. I see a lot of Instagram posts about people like saying like the budget for this should be around like 120K, which I think is an absurd amount of money, right? Like how much would you say is a good amount of money for a wedding? Do you reckon for like 200 people? Let's say
we budgeted like 60K
Yep.
for 210 people. Reality is it's probably going to hit 75K.
which I think is pretty reasonable, honestly.
I would say in this day and age, it's as reasonable as it gets.
Yeah.
And we would just, that would probably be the upper end of budget. And keep in mind, like Angie and I were very blessed. We have very good careers.
Yeah.
We're very good salaries.
Yeah.
This is our comfort zone, right? We're also not getting our parents are helping us so much, but they're not helping us in the monetary sense.
Yeah, in the
right?
financial sense,
Because
yes.
we purposely did that because we want to make sure that we can control like the wedding to the best of our abilities within the budget that we want. And we also, like, our perspective is like our parents have done so much to get us here. We don't want them to be burdened by like this one event.
Correct.
It's just like a 1-day event.
And it's your event as well.
Yeah,
right? And that's why I think.
Or that, but it's more like I'm not gonna tell our parents, hey, like here's a $75,000 bill. Like this is like one more hurrah for you before I leave. No, I think it's our responsibility as like adults now to figure out if we're gonna have this wedding, how are we gonna afford it? And it should be our responsibility because we're gonna start our life together. Like let's figure this out. Yeah, that's my take. Yeah.
Okay.
But if your parents are like rich, you're from a very well-to-do family, like, your parents want to pay for their wedding, like, I think the other thing is that people are maybe a bit afraid of like getting their parents to foot the bill. Don't be. You're born in a very fortunate circumstance. Embrace it. If you are not well-to-do, you're still like trying to figure out, but you know you want to spend the rest of your life with this person. You don't need to spend more than what is outside of your means, right? Spend within your means because life is like so many more years ahead.
Yeah.
You don't want to burden and be in debt just for one day,
Yeah.
right? And you can work hard or you can like save up. If you need to have like a big celebration, do it when you can actually afford it.
Yeah.
Because that's I would say like that's genuinely like the smart thing to do, the responsible thing to do.
No, makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Well, now it's about a week and a half away.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You must be feeling very, very excited, Sam. Right?
Super excited.
So, is there anything that you still need to do leading up to the one? Like, basically, it's happening. Yeah, next Saturday, right? The Saturday after next Saturday. Is there anything else that you still need to do with Angie? Is there anything that you want to, let's just say, achieve first before you finally get cuffed? And what's happening after? Like, is there anything happening after your wedding? Like, are you gonna go on a honeymoon? Anything?
Angie and I have been in a relationship for 8 years already. So like I think we've achieved what together as a couple, like everything we wanted to achieve. So we're very fortunate there. But nothing leading up to it.
Yeah.
Just whatever Angie needs me to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
We'll be working hard.
Yeah.
But then after the wedding, like honeymoon for sure. I think we wanna go to Europe for that. And I think that'll be a cool trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's good. Yeah. That's good.
Buy a house maybe.
Yeah.
Buy a house
That's
not in Sydney.
Not in
Ideally Sydney. But impossible.
That's going to be really, really difficult, honestly, with the landscape at the moment, I'd say. Alrighty. Colin, Thil, any questions that you want to ask Sam?
There was one, but I've forgotten it. So.
All right, I'll come back to you then. 1 second. Colin, I feel like you have a lot of questions probably for Sam, right? Because you're at the moment, you've just proposed to obviously Anna, your fiance. So we'll get to that in a second.
Now.
For now. And obviously
Angie's still your fiance for now.
you still got a week and a half, Sam. You still got a week and a half. All right. You must be going through the exact same process that Sam and Angie have gone through in the past like year and a half. So do you have any questions that you want to ask Sam? No. Okay.
Should be easy.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah, easy.
There you go. All right.
I'll let you know if it's different.
Okay. Well, moving on to the next third topic. Colin, your proposal. right? How was that? What happened, firstly?
Yeah, so we went to Fiji for a weekend.
Yeah. Shout out to Anna. There you go. The viewers, Anna was on the previous episode before. Now it's Colin. There you go.
Yeah, so this was planned 6 months in advance. So it wasn't, I guess it wasn't a surprise for Anna, as in she knew that it was going to happen on the trip. And, her family is quite auspicious. So I
There's
had
a specific second.
had to ask.
There was a
She
specific day.
just didn't know which millisecond it was.
I had to ask what day was best.
Yeah.
During that weekend, and follow the recommendation on
But you
the
asked the
day.
parents,
and
not her, right?
yeah,
Okay.
well, I asked her mum. So her mum recommended a day, and then I arranged with the resort and with the photographer for that particular day. And yeah, it just happened. It felt like a lot of stress leading up to it because, to be honest, I didn't have a very good idea of what exactly it was going to look like. So how that happened was when I reached out to the resort, we booked this small resort that's probably like half an hour away from the main airport in Savu,
Yeah.
which is like
This is Fiji, yeah? This is
which
Fiji.
is like one of the smaller islands in Fiji.
Yep.
So it's not the main island, but it's like the second biggest island. It's called Savu. And the place we booked is probably about half an hour away from the airport. And it's quite a small, but I guess you could say nice resort. So there's 3 villas there, and it's very secluded.
Very
You
nice.
You won't see during your stay, other than resort stuff, you pretty much won't see anyone else.
Yeah.
And the beach is all private. They've got activities around the area, which is all to do with the local villages and local trails that they have. So
That's nice.
yeah, very private getaway experience. And the resort staff are really good in that, they gave me a couple of recommendations when I said I wanted to do a proposal. So they recommended either an island that you can hire, or on the beach, or they also said a waterfall.
Yeah.
So, and at the time, I didn't really have a good understanding of what either of them looked like. Like, I sent a couple of photos, but didn't really like any of the ones that they suggested.
Yeah. Of the locations of a potential proposal.
Yeah. So, because a lot of this like a popular destination for honeymoons, and they've had photographers there in the past and done photos and everything. So, they sent a couple of ideas, and when I first looked at them, it really wasn't, it didn't really click for me. But then I realized I need to get a photographer sorted out as well, right? So, so I started looking around at photographers, looking at the different portfolios and where they'd done work before. So I found one who had shot at this location in the past.
Oh, so they were there before, obviously.
Yeah, done quite a few different.
Are they a local?
They're not local to Savu.
Yeah.
She's based in the mainland.
Okay.
But she does a lot of wedding and honeymoon sort of photographies. And her pricing was quite reasonable compared to some of them out there, because the price range is quite significantly. So I reached out to her. She sent me some options and some a portfolio of what she's done in the past for those locations. And she recommended doing it quite early in the morning, which is a good idea. And also, she said either the beach or the waterfall was quite nice, and sent me some options for that, some photos that she'd taken. I thought the beach it wasn't really my style. I thought it was a black sand beach. I thought, for a proposal, it didn't have the right sort of
Atmosphere.
vibe. Yeah, I wasn't getting the vibe for it. So
Didn't feel the vibes.
Very
Didn't feel the
cool
vibes.
funeral.
Well, when I think of a beach, I think of white sand.
That's fair.
Not your usual kind of beach.
Yeah, and then the white sand beach that they suggested was like a island that was off the mainland, like a very small bit of almost like it's just a patch of sand, white sand in the middle of the ocean, and then they'll set up a barbecue and everything. But I thought it was gonna be super hot out in the sun, we're just both gonna get sunburnt. So quick, right? So I was like, no, that's not it. But the waterfall, I don't think there were many photos, or there might have been a couple of photos that she showed me of it. But from the photos, it looked nice. But I didn't have a very good idea of the entire scene and what it actually looked like, because the shoot that she sent me was like this couple that was like swimming in the waterfall. They were like doing like this
At the
underwater
same
like
waterfall, like
yeah, they're doing
okay.
like this like half water, half like nature kind of shoot for their honeymoon.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a proposal thing, but I thought, oh, waterfall would be really cool. So I thought, okay, let's do it at the waterfall. And I asked the venue to help me arrange some flowers. And Anna really likes flowers, and she wanted a lot of flowers at a proposal. So I asked for like a flower arch and a bouquet.
Was this like a package that they already said, or you just tell them?
No,
like,
I said to them, this is what I'm looking for. Can you help me out with it? And they said, yeah, like we can also reserve the
area.
the location for you as well. So there'll be a small fee for that, and there'll be a bit extra for the extra flowers and stuff. So yeah, that's fine. Locked it all in. I also wanted to record the proposal.
Yeah.
So
Well, was this at your request or was it at Anna's request?
well, Anna did want me to record it.
Yeah. She wanted it as a
Yeah.
And
keepsake. You know,
We'll play this recording right now.
That's when you get mic'd up.
Yeah,
The
so
wireless,
I
the wireless mic for that.
I actually bought a mic. So I bought,
shit.
I bought a little
Nice.
DJI mic
Hell yeah.
for the proposal because like wanted to be good audio quality.
He wanted to make sure that Anna heard every single word he said and that he didn't make a single mistake and that she will still be hearing it in the years to come.
Well, it was very important that I didn't make a mistake. That's true. That was probably what stressed me out the most
Did you wait,
leading up to the proposal.
Did you have like something in your mind?
That's pretty funny.
Or was it did you have to remember the specific sequence of words or something? Like,
yeah,
what was
exactly.
it?
Did you remember it? Did you remember it right now? Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
he does.
So what happened was, so I got mic'd up and like I bought a mic and everything. I bought a like one of those selfie sticks.
Yeah.
The selfie sticks that deploy a tripod. I think it's actually really cool. Really good value on Amazon as well. It's like $30.
Yeah.
What's your Amazon like?
Amazon code.
Password.
Referral link.
That's right.
CDog10.
Yeah.
But so I had that all sort of set up and I tested it a few times beforehand to make sure I knew how it all worked. And then probably in the weeks leading up to the proposal, I wrote like a short speech. Yeah. I think I talked about it with you guys maybe like a week or two before. Keep it short, to the point. Short enough that, it's not like just one or two sentences.
And not too long that it's like
but not too long that I can't remember it. There's a sweet spot.
Very important. Very
There's a
important.
sweet spot,
It's like 3 or 4 sentences, not 1 or 2 sentences.
So I wrote it. I recorded it on my phone.
Oh, you recorded it on your phone?
Yeah,
okay.
and then I played it back to myself.
Oh, he listened to it. He basically played it while he was sleeping.
He was
basically.
proposing to himself. He was like, hell yeah, I'd say yes to that.
Yeah. So like in the days before we left for Fiji, Anna would be talking to me sometimes and like say for example, I'll brush my teeth or something, and I'd be zoned out because I'd be like reciting it in my head. Like
That's so funny.
because you want to like I feel like it's like studying for an exam, right?
Yeah,
where you're
yeah,
like
you're in
where you're
full
like
focus
memorizing
mode.
stuff,
Yeah, you're in
right?
full focus
You don't
mode.
want to mess it up.
Yeah, and you like you kind of build like I don't know, the way I remember stuff sometimes I build a bit of a rhythm in my head.
Yeah. I get you. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So yeah, got it memorized.
That's so funny.
But even
That's
though
so cute.
like like say like 3 or 4 days before we left, I had it in my head. I had the rhythm in my head.
Yep.
You're still stressed because you're
because
like,
it's a big
what if
moment.
you forget? Like
It's a
what
very
if
big
you miss a
moment.
word?
Yeah,
Sometimes you say it one way and the other time you say it a different way, and sometimes it sounds better this way.
Yeah.
So like I was
And
making small tweaks.
You might blank out like while you're there.
Yeah, exactly.
I get you.
exactly. Exactly. So yeah, the first because the proposal was on the second full day that we arrived. So it's still pretty early into the trip, but that first day I would say.
You were just in full focus mode. You had no.
I mean, like, we did activity, like we went canoeing and we had like a massage and we like took a chill, but I feel like I wasn't really in holiday mode because
You're full stressed out.
I was still like thinking about tomorrow, like thinking about how it's going to look, like what am I going to say, that stuff.
Colin was just ready to propose straight off the plane, honestly. Just straight off the
get
plane.
over and done with.
Straight. Let's just head to the waterfall now.
My preference was day one.
Day zero.
At the airport.
At the airport.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll give you a free flight or something. It's like, yeah.
No, but we really didn't want like a public thing. We wanted it to be quite private.
Makes sense.
So it was really nice how it all turned out because it was reserved. The staff like they did such an amazing job setting up flowers all along the walk towards the waterfall, and then the big arch and all the
Yeah, I saw your
champagne and
Instagram
everything,
post.
yeah.
Anna's Instagram post. Sorry, I
Yeah.
thought it was very. It was a very nice area.
They did such a good job. I was
Honestly.
really, really impressed.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the photographer, like we did maybe 45, 50 minutes worth of shooting.
yeah,
nice.
And then going through the photos now, trying to pick which ones we like. But that all turned out really good.
yeah.
So I was really happy about
Nice,
that.
nice. That's good.
I was just thinking like how opposite our proposals
Oh,
are.
absolutely. And I want to draw attention to this for the viewers, right? Sam's proposal was literally a flash mob. It was by far probably the most public proposal.
I think that's like 500,000.
I think it went viral.
TikTok or
It went
something.
viral, basically, right?
But what I want to point out is like Colin, like the way you hear it, like he knows every detail
Yeah.
of like what's going on. I can tell you right now.
He does amazing.
Like I was like, hey Thil, can you help me choreograph a flash mob?
Dude, you didn't even dance. Like you came in at the end and you just proposed. Like we did all the work. And then
He was a gift and very nicely packaged.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
amazing.
In a full suit and everything.
I like
as
the
well.
thing is like it's delegation, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I just gave 3 songs to Theo, like he mashed it up, he did a choreo. I just booked the room and everyone
Had the
went
speech
there.
ready. Did you have a speech prepared? Is the question.
I did not.
He
have
did
the
not. There you go.
speech. I just winged it.
I was pretty good for it on the
So
spot.
I was like, you were practicing. I was like, I just went in and did it.
you had an idea of what you were going to say.
I was just all in my head. I was just like don't stutter and don't have like a blank.
did you have a mic? Did you wear a
You were
mic? I
mic'd
don't
up.
remember. Were you
I
mic'd up?
think I was mic'd up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think
they
I was
called-
mic'd
they
up.
called the
speech,
they
right?
did.
Yeah.
The video,
Yeah.
in the video, we heard you speak.
Yeah.
Say something.
But mine was like really short, like pretty short speech because I was like,
Yeah.
right now, like this is all I got. Like my head, like the adrenaline and everything. It's like,
Yeah. I thought it was a good amount that you spoke.
Thank you,
I think it was.
thank
It
you.
was. I think.
It was a better
know.
speech than Angie.
let's go, baby.
I,
let's go.
like what'd she say? What'd she say? Like yes, yes, like yeah.
She didn't even say it properly. She cried so much.
You should have asked her. You should have asked her why. Why
Yeah,
yes?
you should-
Why did you?
Sam,
told you to say
Sam, tell the viewers your advice of
My
the-
advice, right? Like, look, gents,
Make them question.
if you're gonna go all out and you gotta buy the ring. You gotta like practice how you gonna like kneel. Are you gonna like step into it or step?
No, step back. We've learned
step
that.
back.
We've
learned.
learned.
Step back.
Step back.
But
Wait,
like,
let's come back to that in a second.
there's so much you do, right? So if all your lady says or your partner says yes, it's only fair you ask them why. Why are they gonna say yes?
I'll tell you.
Get some validation.
I'll tell you what the girls will say to this. Right? They'll say that they got their hair done, they got the makeup done, they got nails done.
Yeah.
Right?
That's true. That's true.
That'd be so
I'll give it
funny
to you, I'll give it to you.
if you ask them why and then you're like, nah.
Because you said that.
That's so good.
But I told you to say why, Colin. So why didn't you say why?
Wait, okay, Sam,
Why would I ruin a beautiful moment for you entertainment?
Sam, you know what's even funnier though is during your proposal, Colin, did you make sure you put it on the right finger too as well?
Yeah.
Sammy here. If I would highly recommend people to go watch the video because I thought it was a pretty funny video because there were funny points in it. After your beautiful speech, right? You even asked Angie, "Oh, I don't know what finger to put it on."
Look,
You put it on the thumb.
What
me tell
finger?
you.
What hand?
The adrenaline was pumping.
What hand? What hand? What finger?
I was like the
Wait,
right
do you
hand.
know right now? Right now, do you
Yeah,
know?
of course.
Yeah. Which
Your
hand?
left hand?
No. Is it?
yeah.
it is.
Okay, good. I was like,
Debated. He was sweating. He was sweating.
Which finger though? Which finger though?
This one, the second last one.
yeah.
I like to think
He
that
learned his lesson.
because of me,
Yeah.
Colin did it right.
Okay,
That's true. That's true. I learned.
Okay, Colin.
I
Don't
learned.
do what
I learned.
Sam
I
did.
learned a number of things.
No. All the boys.
All the boys.
learn.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
all the
You're
boys
welcome.
learn.
Sam crawled so we can.
Yeah, exactly.
We can fly,
Sam
man.
crawled.
We're
yeah,
climbing
we
on
can
his
fly.
shoulders.
Exactly.
It's an iteration.
Yes.
By the time it's me, it's gonna be flawless. Just do 10 more iterations.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
just
Exactly.
keep watching. Yeah.
But you know what's really
No,
funny
no,
though?
the difficulty is
Yeah.
you got to do better the next time.
Well, I mean, the next time will be.
That's
Well, I
true.
mean, no spoilers, but one of the
No,
boys.
but all I'm saying is like, the girls compare.
Or yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, You gotta add something to it next
shit.
time.
Okay.
So Caroline.
Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta add something. So
Right.
So you're doing the flash mob in front of the waterfall.
Oh, true.
And there's fireworks in the background.
So you're
And it's in Fiji.
okay, hold on, Phil.
They can't be Fiji anymore. No dives.
Whoever's
Maldives,
last,
Maldives.
whether it be you, whether it be Pratik, all right, they must go all out there.
No. But at a certain time, does the standard then just drop back down? You know what I mean? Like
Okay, well, Pratik, you heard it here first, okay? All right, you're good then, you're good.
Pratik, you're the tip.
After a
You'll
certain,
be so angry.
after a certain amount of time, the like expectation dwindles.
Yeah. He's like, oh, another one? Oh, not again. Yeah.
Wait, so Daniel, that's why you gotta get in early. You can't waste time.
Yeah. I get you.
Next year. Or next month. Who knows? Maybe at Sam's wedding.
Well,
You know what?
Who
what's the
catches the
quickest?
bouquet?
What's the quickest you
Have
can
a
get a ring,
baby
bro?
first.
Why not? Why not? Lock in.
Lock in.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
So many races happen at the same time.
Yeah.
You gotta up the expectations, you know?
Yeah. Up the ante.
Everyone expecting a ring? No.
No,
You give them
baby
a
shower.
baby.
Oh, baby.
Start baking it in the oven already.
Jesus.
Speed runs.
Oh man.
Speed runs the fridge.
Speed run the trifecta of the marriage baby house like all in 1 week. It all
Yeah,
happens.
exactly. Marriage,
Yeah.
like engagement, like baby and marriage, all in one
Yeah.
month.
Look, the house is never coming, so you can skip that.
I wasn't even thinking about the house, bro. I was just thinking about like marriage, engagement, and baby all at the same time, bro.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Okay. The part about planning though, which is what I come back to, right? Because we. Again, I think when we went to, no, it wasn't the box, sorry, it was for your birthday when we went out and we hung out with everyone. We spent quite amount of time when we were barbecuing talking about, funnily enough, how to bend the knee,
Oh yes.
right?
Yeah, that was a very insightful learning.
And we learned a lot from that, actually.
Yeah.
So, like, I think shout out to India, right? Because in India, he was one who was like, telling us, oh, like you should bend it forward. And then shout out to Nusri, so India's girlfriend, right?
Who corrected it?
Corrected it. Like,
Wait, are you actually shouting out in India because he got it wrong
Yeah, you got it wrong.
I'm shouting
Shout
out
out for trying.
I'm shouting out India, exactly, for trying.
for raising the
Yeah.
point?
For raising the point.
For big
Otherwise,
brain.
you
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
have
That's
done
true,
that, right?
that's
Okay. And then shout out to
Nusri.
Nusri for correcting all of us.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
That's true.
all right. Because basically, in India was when we were barbecuing, right? It was just the boys. Basically, it was like us three plus an India, and we were like just giving Colin some ideas of how to bend the knee, like because like we've seen some people like when they kneel down, like it's a very like weird position to be in, right? It's a very
The beggars.
If you have bad posture.
if you don't practice, you have bad posture, and then the photos look horrible, basically.
Yeah,
Right?
that's fair.
So, and India was very, very enthusiastically, might I say, right? Like saying that, oh, yeah, you must keep your back straight, like, step forward, but keep your leg like 90 degrees and everything. Yeah, and then like you were trying it out, and then like
Yeah.
all that, like my knees definitely hurt when I was trying that out. I can tell you that for sure. And then Nusri comes in like a hero, and she's like, no, you guys got to step back, don't step forward. Which I thought when we tried it out, it was genius, though. No.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it was big change.
you're like standing right front face to face.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, you're close to them.
I think mine was different because I was walking towards it.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just too used to doing lunges in the gym. We
Well,
keep
yeah,
doing
you don't-
the
we
forward
don't-
step
we don't
technique.
do backward-
exactly,
we don't do
yeah.
backwards lunges. We do forward lunges. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're used to that. We're used to that motion. But definitely for the guys, I would suggest. Well, I don't know. Colin,
Well,
like,
that's how it happened, right? Like I was
Yeah.
standing very close to her, and
Yeah.
I was holding her
Just a
hand,
step.
yeah.
and then I stepped back.
You
right?
stepped back, yeah.
yeah. So it as
There you go.
described.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah.
Did you practice?
Perfect
Did you
form.
practice?
I
Did you
didn't,
warm
I
up
didn't
before
think I
the
warmed
day?
up or practiced. I think I was too stressed about the words. Yeah, I still thinking like,
Just execute it.
yeah.
Is it stepping back
Flawless.
more so for the guy to like be comfortable with it, or is it more so like a don't be aggressive with the?
No, I think when you step forward, your back naturally like arches forward, which is
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
But if you step back, your back like gets
That's
in
a good point.
I think-
Yeah.
don't you-
Yeah,
don't you
that's a
reckon?
good point.
You can
Yeah.
push your hips forward.
Yeah. So, look, advice for the guys out there, I would suggest that you practice it. Don't you reckon? Unless
Oh,
you're Sam
definitely.
and he just does it
Just
in
do it.
one go. Yeah, just do
Do
it.
it. You'll be alright.
Right in front of everyone too, as well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how you did yours one. Honestly, you're like your one just
Because you
Fire
guys did all
up,
the
bro.
hard work.
Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, you guys did all the hard work. I was just like, I just gotta like
And
walk
you're gonna start
in.
I feel like I was
Yeah.
more stressed for his
I
dance
was,
than
I was
he was
genuinely
for
more
his
stressed, bro.
proposal.
I was like, crap, bro. We're filming this. I can't screw it up, but I screwed up.
Yeah.
Fire out, bro.
I love the
Oh, man.
bloopers though. Like Alicia just.
Oh, Alicia's slipping. Alicia's slipping out like literally like 2-3 times as well.
Yeah, I think that was
Far out,
perfect. I think that was so
funny.
good.
That was funny. Okay, well that's the guy side. Now, question for you, Colin. Right? How much of it did Anna know? And I want to ask you about this in a bit more detail. Not just about the proposal, but also about like designing the ring. Actually,
Oh, yes.
So the designing the ring is something that we've discussed about amongst the boys.
Yeah.
in
Again,
great
we've
detail.
learned from Sam's mistakes.
We learned from Sam's mistakes, right? Which we will not go into
mistake.
detail about.
Oh my
okay.
Lord.
But firstly, 2-part question. First part is obviously just how much did Anna know about the actual
What-
proposal,
Okay.
and then we can talk about the ring after that.
I mean, she knew we were going to Fiji for a proposal. That's all she knew.
Yeah.
She didn't know what day until the day of or the day before because, like, I didn't want her to get like full ready every day.
So she knew it was happening in Fiji.
Yeah. So yeah, she knew it was going to be on that weekend.
Yep, yep.
At which point was it obvious?
Well,
Like,
I told
I
her the
mean-
day before. I said, "Oh, like it's happening tomorrow."
Wait. Just on that point. On that point.
Okay,
Did you do that every day leading up?
okay, I'll tell you why.
Okay,
I'll tell you why.
yeah,
Because I told her a while back it's gonna be the front half of the trip. And she was happy about that because, you know,
yeah.
back
Okay,
half.
okay,
Like,
okay.
imagine like
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
3-4 days of me
Yeah,
being
dude,
stressed.
no way, bro.
Like, we'd be
No
having
way.
a holiday, right?
No
so
way.
It was good in the front half of the trip first. So she knew it was going to be first half of the trip, right?
Okay.
When the first day went by and we arranged, because when you go there, you arrange activities with them for the next day.
Okay.
And we booked canoeing for the next day morning.
Yeah.
And I told her like a while back it's going to be in the morning. So she was like, okay, it's not going to be the first day.
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, so if it's not first day, it's going to be the second
it
day,
has to be
right?
second day, yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay, it's the second day. So she knew it was going to be the second day.
Okay. She
Okay,
guesstimated.
so did you ever ask Anna like? Did she wanted to be surprised? Firstly,
Yeah. That's the question.
Wanted
Yes.
to be a
Like,
surprise in that she didn't want to know like
when you
when.
heard.
Yeah.
But she was okay with like the day, knowing that the day.
Well,
that
she
you
only
remember.
found out the day before. So by that time she was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
she wanted to know.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah,
But-
it's not
yeah,
not
yeah.
like you told her like several months before that it's
No,
gonna be
no,
on this
she-
day. You
yeah.
told her before the day, so it was still technically.
I
a
told her the
surprise.
day before because
Yeah, yeah.
like the next morning she'd get ready and like we picked out what she wanted to wear and what. And she also knew like when I wore what I was gonna wear. Like she like we
yeah,
sort
it
of
became
discussed.
obvious.
We
Colin
discussed
wearing a
what we're
white
gonna wear,
shirt.
right? Yeah, exactly, right. I actually bought 3 white shirts to the trip, so
Which one is it?
because I was thinking, oh, I'll wear a white shirt a couple of days, for the first couple of days, so she wouldn't know.
That's
Take her
fair,
out.
that's fair,
Take her
that's
out.
fair.
Just don't wear any of them. Just wear like the other shirt. Like,
Yeah, but
that's not mine.
she had asked me like which dress she wanted me to. She wanted which dress did I want her to wear?
Just so she want you to wear.
So yeah, so she'd asked me like the week before.
Did
Like,
you?
to coordinate, right? So
Okay,
when
yeah.
I told her, "Oh, tomorrow can you wear that one?"
Yeah.
she kind of knew.
she
you
knew.
know, like
Yeah,
it was
okay.
pretty obvious. Yeah.
So okay, so this is not so much a question for like us guys, but more for the viewers and anyone who's watching. But like, for the girls mainly, actually, to be honest, like, would you rather be surprised on the spot about a proposal, or would you rather know in advance, like, and how early in advance that it's happening? Right. I think that's the question. Not so much for us, obviously. It's more for the girls because I know.
But it's all individual, right?
Yeah, it's subjective.
It's all individual,
I
depending on
do-
the relationship.
Like for sure, depending on the girl.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that Angie wanted to have like nice nails on the day so that when you take the photo with the ring,
Yeah, obviously,
everything looks
yeah.
really
Yeah,
nice.
that's very
And,
But
like,
did
the
she want to
hands
be?
nice, yeah.
Did she
Yeah.
wanted to be surprised? Did you know, or did she?
I just guessed. I wanted.
We learned asking the girl what they want
Yeah,
after
yeah,
Sam.
yeah.
I wanted it to be a surprise, right? Because like I after knowing Angie for a few years, I feel like maybe she'll enjoy it. She'll enjoy like just having a nice surprise proposal. I did a flash mob just because I felt like she wanted her friends to be there with her to celebrate
Yeah.
the moment.
I think
too.
Angie. I think
It definitely was
Angie's-
her type.
That's her
Yeah,
type. Yeah.
It's her type, right? Like that's definitely what she wants. I also wanted like to celebrate with you guys as well. Right? That's why I wanted everyone there. So it worked out really nice. Yeah.
Was that the same thing for Anna as well? Colin? Like,
No,
did you just,
she wanted a private more private
You guys
affair.
spoke about
Yeah.
it beforehand, right? as
Yeah,
well?
yeah. We talked about like how and yeah,
Destination
high level,
engagement
right?
as well.
We
Did
were
you-
saying destination engagement where? Well, Fiji seems nice. So when we booked the trip, she knew it was going to be an
Gotcha.
engagement trip, right?
Gotcha.
So I'll tell you one thing though, like the thing with Angie is like one thing that surprised me was I thought she would be okay with the video being on like all the different UNSW channels.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she actually wasn't.
Oh, really?
And I've learned now that she doesn't mind posting it, but
Yep.
she's not good with like the comments that people put on the video.
Okay.
Because there's the top
Why do
one was
people
like,
gotta
I
hate,
could
man?
never like it's too public or whatever, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
takes it like very critically about herself.
I will take that as a compliment. Like, damn,
I
you
know,
guys can do it, but
yeah,
I can't.
I think
Yeah.
it's a compliment, but I think
Yeah.
she didn't. So I've learned now that
Yeah.
because she's a very extroverted person.
Yeah, Angie's definitely
She's
by
super
far the most
extroverted, right?
extrovert person
But
I know.
she's not
Yes.
great on like a social channel, or she doesn't like it when it's too public in the social media sense. Because I think like she just doesn't take well to comments, even if it's positive or not. I think she just doesn't like. She's not very comfortable
It's
with
like the
it.
self-consciousness
Yeah.
type of stuff. Because I remember looking at all the comments, it was pretty unanimously good, except for people that would project onto themselves and be like, oh, this, for me, it would be like scary.
Yeah,
Type of thing, yeah.
I didn't even think to look at the comments.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Yeah, but
there's so
knowing
many views. I was like,
knowing,
oh, that's
yeah,
pretty cool.
knowing
And I was like,
Angie,
okay.
knowing Angie, she I think she would have definitely
read the
reviewed it.
comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have time, man.
Makes sense.
Too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
I remember
busy
the day
planning the
before,
wedding.
like,
Oh yeah.
So I think what you were saying.
I, was
Yeah.
saying, I remember the day before, I think like Andrew posted a story and it was like of her nails and it was like something was fucked, something like broke or some shit. And I was like, I think this is like a female emergency. And she doesn't know there's a proposal tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
I think Erica like stepped in.
yeah.
and she was
Erica
like,
would have
"We gotta fix
definitely.
that."
We gotta fix that. We gotta fix that ASAP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so so Anna basically knew it was coming. She didn't know exactly what day. And I think that itself was a surprise, which I think Anna was.
We should know where
She didn't know where either.
until we were there and she could
Oh,
hear
is
the
it
waterfall.
we're in Fiji?
I
basically.
felt like
Yeah.
you didn't know where it was too, which is really good. This is nice. Like
Yeah.
it's a surprise for
Surprise
you,
for both
right?
you
Well, I was like, oh, we're turning on this road. Oh, okay.
Wait, did you have a guide that you were following as well?
No, so they drive us around to all the like activities.
Yeah.
So the guy was called Kele. He took us there,
Yeah.
and then like the whole crew was there from this resort. It was really cool.
Wow.
So they like did a song and everything after. It was really
Nice.
cool. Yeah, they're very nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
that's really cool.
Okay. Well, that's talking about planning the proposal, designing the ring. Now, that's another story in itself, all right? And we've talked about this amongst our friendship group, obviously, in great detail about whether it should be, well, the question I asked was whether you should design the ring and have it as a surprise on the proposal, or whether you should design the ring with your partner, so then that way they're wearing something that they like. Otherwise, you're gonna have to guess what they like, and if they don't like it, then good luck.
Guarantee you, there's only one right answer.
I think it's all depending on the partner, what they want.
I think so too.
We've learnt like what to do.
Yes.
But okay, wait. When you say one right answer, right? I think
Yeah, wait, what's
my
your-
one
what's your
right
right answer,
answer
yeah.
is you talk to your partner and then you figure out what the answer is, right? Because like it could be any of those,
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
It just depends
Yeah.
what they want. What they want.
Yeah. Because I think. Yeah, because Sam, go.
I thought I talked to my partner and got an idea of what she wants.
We didn't talk enough.
Turned out
So-
I was very wrong.
The reason, if I were to give both sides of the question, right? Basically, I feel like personally for me, right? If it's a surprise, I feel like it's very sweet,
Very romantic.
very
Yeah, it's
romantic.
because you're a guy.
Yeah, correct, which is a guy. I get
That's
it.
what I thought too.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, well, I would think that you would think that too, right? The surprise itself is very romantic, but then you're kind of risking the fact that that the ring itself.
But what you forget is that there's only one ring. There's only one ring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, I know we discussed this in great detail before, but what are your thoughts on this? I know, Colin, you pro-designed it with Anna, right? The ring.
Yeah, we went to we actually had a look at a couple of jewelers together. It's like looking for a wedding venue. It's like you go to a number of places, see what you like,
Yeah,
and then you look at reviews online. You look at what kind of work they've done, the styles that they have.
yeah.
So yeah, like we went through the whole process, found one we liked, that was reputable, and then went through a design process with them.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, she knows what it will look like, but she never saw the final product before.
Yeah,
the trip.
yeah.
So I guess that
And
is
like
a
she
little
would have tried on
surprise.
a whole bunch of different like things just to see like, oh, this is something that I like. Was it like a process of more like what she doesn't like?
I think Anna was quite like set on what she wanted.
Yeah.
I think there was probably only like one or two things that the jeweler gave suggestions on that she took up, like incorporated into the final design.
Yeah.
But from the get-go, she was quite like set on what she wants. So it made it really quite easy.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a very hard process.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So it was very straightforward for us. And then put the deposit down. A month or so later, went to pick it up. Yeah, kept it in the cupboard for another month or so, and then
Yeah.
put it on the finger.
Oh, you kept it in a cupboard?
Yeah.
She didn't find it?
No.
Wow.
Well, I mean, like I told her, I've
Don't look in this
I've got the
cupboard.
ring, so like don't look here.
Damn, bro.
But like,
So with you and Anna, basically it was transparent, but like it was still kind of like a surprise for her. Like she knew,
Yeah,
but
like-
she also didn't know.
like
Basically.
she didn't know what I had planned for the day.
Yeah, okay.
Until it happened, right? So that was still the surprise.
So it's a surprise, but also not a surprise. There's like
Yeah.
half surprise in a way.
half,
Yeah,
yeah.
which I think is good. Sam, do you have anything to say to that, bro?
Yeah, I kept mine in my underwear box.
You have an underwear box.
Yeah, I have an
I
underwear,
have an underwear
Oh,
box.
drawer,
underwear
drawer.
drawer. Like, I kept it in there.
Well, and,
You see, she doesn't do the laundry.
I was gonna say, does Angie not look at your like what?
No, she doesn't.
I see,
think
I
she
see,
did.
I see. Do you have anything to say to that, Sam?
Yeah,
Because
yeah. So,
you went
look.
full surprise.
I went full surprise.
You went full surprise.
Yeah, yeah. It was a costly lesson.
You should just given it to me. I would have held it secret for you for a month or so.
I don't think holding it is the problem.
No, holding it was definitely not the problem, right?
Okay, so I think from my perspective, right, it was, it'd be like so cute, so,
So
romantic, if I
yeah.
designed it. So and she was like sending me all these rings that she likes. I think and then like whatever she sent to me, I forwarded to this like jeweler that I was working with.
Okay.
Yeah. So we came up with some really cool designs.
I see a pattern here, like of delegation.
Yeah, delegation, bro. Hey, like, dude, my perspective is like, if you're the expert at this, like, I'm not gonna try to pretend that I'm good at your job, right?
You know,
So
now
I
with
delegate.
the advent of AI and
Yeah.
ChatGPT, I can see you totally just like immersing yourself in that now. Sorry, but back to your story.
100%.
Back to your story. bro.
But we'll talk about that later. So I sent like all the design, and then they came back with like a few different ones, and I just picked the one that I thought that she would like the most, just based on like all the conversations that I had, and I was like, okay, she's gonna love this because it's like I designed it myself.
You put so much heart into it and
I
everything.
put like a lot of time and effort into like the thought process and everything.
Yeah.
What I didn't realize is that
There's only one ring.
there's all girls love their rings.
One ring to own it.
This
to
is
own
for
it all.
everyone out there, right? You may think that it's a grand gesture. It is, but it's a grand gesture for you. It's not for them.
Yeah, it's not about you.
Yeah, it's not about you. Right? It's about them. Like they're gonna wear this for the rest of their lives, or like
They better
for,
love
for
it.
a long time.
Yeah.
They're gonna want to love it.
Yeah, they're gonna want to.
They-
They're gonna need to love it.
Yeah,
basically.
so
yeah.
when they look at it, they want to be able to like fall in love with it every single time. The best part is like now when she wears the ring, like she just she'll be talking to people halfway, and then she'll just get distracted by the ring. And I think that's
I do see that. I do
yeah,
see that.
that's why I really enjoy is just the fact that like she really loves this ring.
Yeah.
What I've heard people do is they propose with a dummy ring.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you
like-
design it
And
after.
then you design it after.
burger
If you wanted
That
to
makes
like be a
sense.
surprise still, right? Like you.
In my mind, that makes sense.
It does make sense. It's a very logical
Yeah.
thing to do.
this is the
I own it. All the boys are looking at each other. We're like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. All the girls are like behind the camera. They're like, you fucking dumbass boys. Yeah.
When you do the proposal, they're like, "This is the dummy ring, right?" And you're like,
Yeah.
"No."
Oh man. But hold up. But the photo happens on the proposal day, so they can't
Yeah,
be like
that's
doing
right.
this like
You
on
can do
the-
that again.
You can do it again. You can do it anytime. Like genuinely, you can do that anytime.
You just gotta make the dummy ring big enough.
Yeah.
Or not too big.
No.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, isn't that
It's like
personal
it's like
preference?
lolly- it's like
Because I
lollipop
know
rings.
some girls like smaller rings, right?
It
Depending on
goes
the-
smaller for the dummy rings. so that if they want to go bigger, like at least it's like, you know, like you go really big and
You
they
can't
really,
make it too small.
but if you make it too big, then they really like it.
Make it really big.
It has to be the right size. It has to be the right size. So guys, lesson learned is it can't be too big, but it can't be too small.
This is a perfect size. Can't be bigger than the finger.
Nowadays, 2 carrots.
Oh, 2 carats. Okay.
2 carrots.
They're the
like-
benchmark.
Nowadays, yeah, it's crazy. Like
That's
times have
crazy.
changed.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
But then again, I have seen the 1 carat. It is pretty small. Like, I feel like.
Wow. Yeah, I've learned. I've learned. Yes.
Oh, man. Okay, cool. All right, let's wrap it up now. So I would say, Colin, from your perspective, right, is there any advice you would give myself?
More to you, yeah.
Yeah, myself.
You need it.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to, like,
Feels
Phil,
too far away.
We were talking
Fair
about
enough.
he missed the interlude conversation.
Fair enough. I'll be giving Thil advice, but like to myself,
Phil
doesn't need your advice.
Phil doesn't need advice.
Sure, fair, yeah,
When
absolutely.
I do it, you'll be like, oh, why didn't you go first? Like,
No, we'll be like, thank God you didn't go first.
Dude, yeah, true. Yeah, come on, tell me.
Imagine that date that he did like a while back where it was
Which one?
like,
The colors.
yeah, like it was
Yeah,
like
that
a
was
full on
amazing.
like,
Which one was this?
it was an idea that I never actually executed it, but I have date concepts. You know, they're like artistic, immersive.
it's like
Okay,
where you
yeah.
can like,
Can you tell me?
No,
Not now, but later. Tell me.
sure.
Well,
Next-
you
the
use
next
it for
thing
your
focus.
engagement.
but this is Phil's first date. This
Okay.
is not an engagement.
Oh, it's the first date.
This is first
What?
date. Like,
I do think first dates you can go a bit all out though.
Well, it depends on the girl,
You
though,
got
right?
scared,
The girl has to like that.
That's
yeah.
fair.
Like, the
how you
first
get-
date starts here,
and how are
then
you
the
gonna like?
proposal
How are
goes
you
back
gonna do
here.
better?
Well, you set the bar
You set
high,
the
bro.
bar up there,
and then you just keep
and then you'll
keep
just be a
smashing the next
lifelong
one.
disappointment.
Until the proposal, and then
And
it's
then
like,
back up.
You inside the
Colin,
optimism
Colin,
again.
by your logic, then you just set the bar really, really low, and then you can only go up from there, bro.
That's pretty fair, right? That makes sense to me.
Or you just keep going high and low, so they never
You
know.
keep them guessing. You keep them guessing. All right, Colin. What
Yeah,
advice
run
do
it
you
up.
have? Do you have like for
just
me?
back on bars, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
okay.
setting bars.
Yeah.
I remember something my old tutor said to me. He said, "I never open the door for my wife, so she never has the expectation."
Oh my god. No. And then when he does open the door, it's like a grand gesture. Oh man, it's genius, bro.
Caroline.
No.
I don't think it's genius, Daniel. That's not the right word.
I think this is how the prisoner dynamic starts.
If Daniel doesn't open the door, this is why.
He just stops opening doors.
Oh man.
Starts closing
No,
them.
I get her to open the door for me, bro. All right, Colin, what advice do you have?
For you.
For a proposal and for the ring.
For you in particular.
Sure, yeah. For me in particular, yeah. For me in particular.
No, I think seriously, like,
Yeah.
as long as you talk to your partner early enough, I mean, it should, like, the proposal shouldn't be a complete surprise, right? Like, it shouldn't be like, hey, we're dating and then tomorrow we're getting married, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You guys would have had the conversation and,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, we're about that stage, like, thinking about the future, commitment. And, if you've had that conversation at the same time, you can talk about how do you want it to be? Like, do you want it to be a complete surprise? Do you want it to be like a partial surprise? Do you want it public, private?
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you want to, like, what are the key things for you during that proposal that you
she
need to
likes or
have?
that you like, yeah.
Yeah. And then make it a bit personal.
Was there anything specific that you wanted in the proposal, or was it like you were just more like yeah.
Yeah, like the proposal is I was trying to make it as special as I could for her, right? This is a moment for us to remember.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to have it recorded, photographed,
Yeah. Okay.
video, like so for me it was important to get those elements correct.
Yeah.
I wanted her to really enjoy the moment, like be satisfied, be happy with how it came together and the effort I put in. Like that was key.
Yeah.
Because it's a demonstration of your commitment, right? And
And it's very important.
so it can't be like off the cuff. It's got to be.
Yeah.
you got to put in some thought and effort into it.
thought and effort. I think that's what
'Cause
matters, right? And you
That's
gotta show it.
representative of
Your commitment,
the
your
future,
love.
right? As well.
Yeah.
So that was very
Wise
important.
words. Wise words. Okay, what about the ring itself? Like, you know, the designing of the ring. Was any
Yeah, for me, like it was quite a straightforward process. I actually didn't have that many difficult. I think because Anna knew exactly what she wanted, it made it easy.
Yeah, okay.
But I think like if you had to like shop around a bit, like that's very normal,
fine as
right?
well.
Like
Yeah.
take your time. There's no rush.
Okay. Cool. Thil, do you have any questions that you want to ask? I know you're. You know,
You didn't ask for
Yeah,
advice.
but-
no.
Even if I have your answers, I'm going to forget it by the time I ever do it. Like,
I want you to tell us about your magical date.
Let's say that for another episode. We'll definitely invite you back, Thil. 100%, no doubt about that.
He's gonna
right?
like make it so hard for like anyone to like impress girls in the future.
Oh, dude, I know. Like that's the type of
He
like
like-
Phil's a guy that you'll go to get ideas from.
His
right?
first date was
Yeah.
like he wove so many themes together. It was like
Yeah.
It was like what was that, Inception?
yeah, it was like a date inception. It
Layers
was like,
of layers of layers of.
I think
like,
it was almost too much.
yeah, it actually starts in the dreams first, and then you wake up. Actually,
Damn.
implant certain ideas, and then you go to sleep, and then you dream
Okay.
certain things, and then
So-
when you wake up, some
Yeah.
I do want to give an advice.
Yeah, Sam, tell us.
This is being really real to
Yeah,
everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's actually really good advice. My dad actually was the one that asked me this. Like before, like a couple of weeks ago, my dad just sat me down. He was like, he just asked if Angie was the one that I really wanted to marry, and if it was not too late to back out now if that's not the case. And I really appreciated that because I thought that shows how much love my dad had. Like,
Yep.
like no matter what, he'll back me up.
Yep.
But I think that's the same thing for relationships, right? Like if you are not sure if she's the one,
Yep,
like, take
yep.
your time,
Yep.
or no matter what, like we will always support you as a friend, like just for everyone, like your friendship group will always support you in your decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I think that's really good advice.
Just don't waste anyone's time, basically. right? Like,
I think that's
if you're having
key.
doubts and it's been like a long relationship,
Mm.
I think it's good to have a conversation with your partner, but it's also good to know that your
You got a
friendship
support
group-
system,
Yeah, your
basically,
support
behind
system
you.
will back you up no matter what. Right?
Yeah.
There's nothing to be ashamed about. But it's worse if you commit to someone and then it doesn't end positively.
Correct.
Then you pay a bigger price.
So, basically, price of time. Basically,
Price of
Basically,
time,
yeah.
price of everything.
Time is invaluable.
Like if
yeah.
you have a wedding, price of the
effort,
wedding.
time, money. Yeah.
The emotional toll that you have to pay as well, like that's huge, right? So I think that's very important to keep in mind.
Makes sense.
I have no doubt Angie's the person I want to marry.
No,
That's
it's
why I
good.
say that.
Of
Like,
course, it's worth it. Worth it.
it's just happiness, right? Like I'm always happy when I see her.
It's good.
But I mean,
Most of the time.
not everyone gets married, right? But your point is still valid for commitment, right?
Commitment,
like
yeah.
when you're with someone, right? Like, and you're not sure them.
Have the conversation, but don't commit to just because you've been in a relationship
Yeah.
for so long.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Well,
Cool. And on that note, I think we had a very, very good D&M beans and banter session. Lots of beans spilled, lots of banter given, and lots of beans and banter basically. So thank you so much, guys, for coming on this episode. Appreciate it.
thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Looking forward to having you guys again, and see you next time.
Bye.
Laters.